Let's do it.
It's your boy, Jeff Jones.
You know who it is. It's the upset specialist, Mr. Thomas Boykin.
Always and forever, who? Mr. Mike Jones.
And this is 234 Sports Talk. Fellas, let's talk about it.
Let's get
talk
it.
about it.
Let's talk about it.
This subject that's been floating around for a while. Well, we thought that we tackle this on tonight. NBA load management. Now, there's been a big debate about this. And this is the practice of teams resting their stars, the star players, in hopes of not having them injured during the game. That's what it's really all about. The load management is because the sports science has said that they can only play so many minutes before they're injury prone. So that's why they're doing the NBA load management. But when we look at this, even NBA commissioner Adam Silver, he's not too pleased with this because stars are sitting out of games and people are paying hard-earned money for their tickets. Just watch some of the list prices. And I'm just gonna run down a few of them, fellas, before I drop this off to you all. For the Warriors, the list price for a ticket is $611. $611. For the Lakers, $518. This is the average list price. For the Knicks, $346. For the Celtics, $303. And for the Suns, $285. Now, my problem with this is that if you pay that type of money to go see one of your favorite NBA stars and you show up and they're sitting on the bench in street clothes, I think if I paid that kind of money, took my family, I would be a little upset, fellas. What do you think about this NBA load management debate?
Number one, I want a refund. If I go pay all that money and my favorite guy ain't dead, man, I want a refund. I paid money to see this cat. But I understand the logic behind it and trying to lessen the injuries during the course of a season so that, their guys are ready for playoff mode if they make the playoffs. Because you still got some stars that are on some teams that just ain't gonna make the playoffs. So, I mean, it is what it is. But think about this. Back in primetime basketball, I call 80s and 90s primetime basketball, back in that era, it would take an act of God to make these guys sit out of a game. The injury would have to be so great that they could not play physically for them not to play the game. Think about it. Even Isaiah Thomas, for example, famous for pulling a hamstring, but did it stop him from playing? No. Cost was too great. He wanted to win. The emphasis nowadays is not on winning. The emphasis is on how much money I can make versus winning. To me, if you're in the NBA, the ultimate goal is to win a championship. Numbers is cool, but the ultimate goal is for my team to win a championship. That's the ultimate goal. Why spin your wheels just to get paid and there's no payoff other than getting paid? But as far as load management go, these guys know what they're walking into when they sign a contract. They know the NBA is an 82-game set. And if you make the playoffs, it's longer than that. So you have to manage your body in the offseason, not even during the season, even in the offseason, to manage your body during the regular season. Because if you come in out of shape, what good are you going to be doing during the season? You're going to be more injury prone from being out of shape than being in shape. Your great ones that you see, your Kobe Bryant, your Michael Jordans, I guarantee you didn't never see them come into a training camp out of shape. Guarantee you. And the one guy I bet you that can still play right now, Dennis Rodman, I guarantee you never seen him out of shape. It's just the way it is. LeBron spends a lot of money on his body. I get that part as well. That's part of caring for your body in the off season. But you still missing games, sore foot, sore knee, but you took care of your body in the off season. So where are these injuries coming from? Or are you just trying to say, I'm old, I need a rest? Just say, I'm old, I need a rest. What you got on him, Mike J?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree wholeheartedly with what you just said. You know, uh, you would think these younger players, this generation of basketball in the NBA, that these guys probably they have all the technology, they have all the resources to be probably one of the best generations as far as being in good health. So to be able to complete an 82 game schedule seems ridiculous to me. Those players back in the 70s, 80s, like I said, Willis, I guess his name Willis Reed for the Knicks, played hurt. But those guys, they didn't have all the resources, the technology to sit and they did their workouts and whatnot, but they played every game as every game meant something to them, And you had a lot of players back in the day. Sure, a lot of them guys was smoking and drinking before games and still played every game,
Exactly.
And it was playing back to back. This game is becoming really soft, man. It's like everything else, man. It's becoming just too soft, man. And if I'm paying my money, as Jones spoke about, man, I want to see my favorite guy play. And if he's not playing, man, that's unfair to me as a fan, and not only that, those guys get paid all this money. It's not like how it used to be. Them cats was getting penny on a dollar, you know what I mean? These guys getting paid 70, 50, 60 million dollars. And now you thrusting these guys that's getting paid minimum wage. I mean, not minimum wage, but getting paid the minimum salary for an NBA player, and they playing all these minutes. I'm like, well, look, if this superstar is not playing, and he's making 60, give me some of his money for me playing, the game. Make it a penalty some type of way or another for each organization. Your guy, if this guy's not playing, we really need the medical chart to see what's going on. If you can't prove he's hurt or whatever, you're gonna have to sit and pay a fine or something, man. But this is some old, this not good for the game. And I hate to see it, but unfortunately, this is the era that we are in, man. What you think about it, Joe?
Well, fellas, recently there was a family, I believe, from Argentina. They came all the way from Argentina, and they actually went to see the Miami Heat play. And Jimmy Butler is one of the kids' favorite players. So they went there in hopes of seeing Jimmy Butler play. But when they got there, they found out that he wasn't even playing in the game. So and they made it right. I mean, Miami Heat organization, they let them come out on the floor and take pictures with the players, But at the same time, they came there to see their favorite player play the game. And I think that once again, Jones, you said it, you stated it, that the game has gotten soft. I mean, these guys are getting paid. And I understand that players have to take some time off from here from time to time, but it's getting outrageous. It's really getting outrageous. When you look at, and no knock on Kawhi, because I know he had an injury, but it's been I don't know how many years now, and you still see, he's been playing lately, but Kawhi sat out a lot of games, man.
Mhm.
And I just think that the buck has to stop somewhere. You know, the league has to do something because once again, the average Joe like you and I, we work hard for our money, and then we want to go see our favorite player, and then the star player isn't even playing. That's a big letdown. I mean,
Right.
kids have cried because they've gotten to the games and their star player wasn't even playing.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
and you know, and like Thomas said earlier, you know, your load management should be right before the season, in the off season. What are you doing to, you know, get your body ready for this 82 game season? You know what I mean? Don't come out there, man, and you know, and sometimes, man, them guys fall or whatever. Like yesterday, LeBron James did a move and he talking about it, he heard his foot pop. Yeah, right, man. I don't know, man. It's just, you too big, too strong, too physical, too fast. Your muscles are all in the right. You're not gonna tell me, man, that you getting hurt that easy. Anthony
Really don't.
Davis getting hurt that easy. You know what I'm saying? No, they sitting on the bench, man, eating candy and drinking sodas and stuff over there, you know, making all this money. And those fans up here, man, we trying to watch them play and we can't. Nah, man.
Or they too busy at a Super Bowl watching the Super Bowl.
Well, fellas, we'll see what comes of this. I'm hoping that you know, Adam Silver can get with the league and try to figure something out here. And I know we're not the only ones that, you know, that have discussed this debate. I'm sure there are a lot of angry parents. If they when they watch this video, they're gonna say, "Yeah, I feel you. We've been there," and it's a
Right.
letdown. It's a
Right.
disappointment. Well, fellas, we want to move right along and turn our attention to the Lamar Jackson situation. Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens quarterback. Well, for right now, we know that he's having a contract dispute, and things really haven't been looking too good. It's been rumored that he was offered. This is what he was offered, guaranteed. He was offered. Well, let me say it first. He was offered $250 million. That's what has been rumored, but he was only guaranteed 133 million of the 250 million. And word on the street, this is word on the street from his camp that they lowballed him, that the Ravens lowballed him. And really the biggest thing here from what I'm getting out of everything that I'm hearing is that Lamar Jackson wants this money fully guaranteed, everything fully guaranteed. Fellas, what's your take on this and how do you think this will play out?
Let's say this. Lamar is a talented quarterback. He is unequivocally the heart and soul of the Ravens offense. He is the mastermind, the key. He is the gas that makes the car go with the Ravens offense. And it showed the end of last season with the Ravens ending the season like they ended the season. They didn't really look too sharp offensively. They looked okay, but they didn't look like the normal Ravens would look. Is he worth the guaranteed money? In my book, and he plays in my division. I'm a diehard Steeler, so I got to see him all the time. Is he worth the money? Absolutely. Is he worth the guaranteed money? Absolutely. The catch is this. If I pay you this money, you got, like we just discussed with load management, you got to show me you can take care of your body to handle an 18-game season without getting injured, to do things that's not going to put you in jeopardy to get injured. We know you like to run. We know you like to get big gains. Like we talked about earlier, he is one hit away. And I want to see when he receives his one big hit, how he responds. Because if you've taken care of your body and done what you're supposed to do, a solid hit should mean, okay, good hit. Let's go. Let's keep going. Or is it going to be, nah, I'm going to play safe. Now I'm going to just be a pocket passer and forget running. Which means now you're not going to be Lamar Jackson. You're going to be something that you're not. So that being said, I think he's worth, like I said, I think he's worth all the money that he wants to get. It's going to be on him to secure, during the season, his health. He's got to do everything in his power. Okay, I get open, I get what I get out of bounds, or I slide, so I don't take an unnecessary shot. That's going to be what he's got to deal with, because now, with that money being set aside, you don't know what kind of position that's going to put your team in as far as putting pieces around you. And they could use some help. What you got on it, MJ?
Yeah. Lamar Jackson, yeah, he, from that position, the quarterback position, yeah, he seems like he deserved it. He's been playing, man, pretty good ball over the few years he's been in the league. Deshaun Watson, he kind of set the standard, his agent and with the Cleveland Browns on this guaranteed money. So, uh, one see the other do something, that sets the bar, that sets the standard. And so you feed off of that as far as how you want to get your money. And so I have no problem with that. I'm like, Thomas, man, as an owner or whatever, man, if I'm shelling out this money, man, you definitely got to be there, performing at a high level. You know, Injuries is part of the game of football. But like you said, preparing your body, preparing to play smart. You know what I mean? Don't take direct hits like that. You know what I'm saying? You are now a serious investment for this organization. And we can't have you sitting on the bench, you know what I mean, or injury protocol, because you weren't thinking smart. So yeah, we'll give you this money, Lamar Jackson, but man, you're gonna have to definitely improve your game because you're not the greatest. I mean, you got a great game, but there's so much more improvement on your game. And if we have to set in standard, Arizona Cardinals did that with Kyler Murray, setting. He had to do so much film study, you know, because they want to make sure that this money is good money, So yeah, I hope he gets it, man. And as a player, I hope they get their money guaranteed because man, the NFL is not for long league, man. They sit up there and write all these things in fine print, what I mean, to get over on the player. So, yeah, you definitely got to get that money in writing and get it guaranteed. So, hey, Lamar, get your money, boy. Get your money.
I understand. I understand. It's a business, and when as I look at this, I kind of feel like this, and I don't know if you guys feel like this too. I think that they should have addressed this situation, and now the Ravens really let this get out of hand. They let it go on for too long because when you look at it, he's done a lot for that organization, and me personally, I just kind of feel as if um, they've taken this man for granted. And if I was in Lamar Jackson's shoes, this was just my take on it. I think I would go somewhere else. You know, what do you guys think about that? You think that maybe this marriage is over? You think it's done, or do you think that they can fix this?
Oh, I think they are in the window now where they can fix it. But I guarantee you this: there will be somebody that will take Lamar Jackson, period. Too talented a quarterback not to take. He's got too much skill set that he has that you're not going to pass him up, especially for teams that need a quarterback, i.e. the Jets, i.e. the Raiders. There's too many teams out there that need a good quarterback. I mean, like that skill set, come on, you'd be dumb to pass him up. But yeah, I think it's in a window where the Ravens have an opportunity to fix it. They have an opportunity where they can pay this guy what he's worth for the work that he's done previous to now because he's done a lot of work. Although he has not been productive in playoff mode, but he has gotten them to the playoffs during his tenure when he's a continuous starter. So, yeah, I think they have an opportunity to fix it. What you got on it, MJ?
Well, at the beginning of the season, of this past season, people was wanting to know, was he gonna play? And he was like, I'm gonna do what I need to do to prepare for the season, and I'm gonna let all this other stuff take care of itself when it needs to get done. But I don't know, man. It seemed like the Ravens kind of slow played him, like Jones said, man, and something didn't seem right all season between the two. And as the season went on, I don't know, that all that stuff Jackson was talking about earlier in the season about being prepared to play this is that. I don't know. It seemed like that kind of went out the window. Now whether he was injured, seriously injured, or whatever it was, something just seemed like he just stopped playing. He said, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm shutting it down, till y'all get my money right. And sometimes that stuff can be repaired, but then sometimes it messes with a player's they get in their feelings, like this organization don't care nothing about me. So, man, maybe I need to go look around. I mean, honestly, I would look around. I would never ever sit and just take, one off. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna have my agent looking around. We're gonna be talking to different people. And because you so played me, I'm gonna so play you. And but I'm gonna get paid one way or another. I'm gonna get paid. So yeah, it can work out, but then again, like you said, man, people are biting at the bit to get Jackson.
Is there any team as we look at this right here talking about Lamar Jackson? Are there any teams out there you think that he would be a perfect fit in outside of the Ravens?
The Jets, the Raiders, the Dolphins. Heck, I wouldn't mind even being seen in a Steeler uniform.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of teams that will eat that cat, man. A lot of teams that will eat that cat.
Yeah, I think he's a good fit for any team, but however, Jackson has tasted the playoffs, so I don't know if he is wanting to go to a team that's rebuilding. You know what I mean? I think he will want to go to a team that's gonna be competing for a Super Bowl. So so I think that would eliminate some teams off of his wish list. So but yeah, he would fit anywhere. I mean, he would fit with my Titans. He'd be running for his life. But, you know.
I guarantee you this: he will be a great, quiet as it's kept, even though they got a lot of quarterback issues now as it is. But he would be a great fit for Frisco.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
He would be a great fit for Frisco, especially for the kind of offense that Frisco runs. And to have him as a triple threat, man, come on. Now you're making Frisco lethal because the defense is already there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fellas. We'll see how this plays out. We'll see how this plays out. The saga continues. The saga continues. And I think Lamar is telling them, just show me the money, the guaranteed money. And we can make this go away real quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right, fellas. My Milwaukee Bucks.
Bucks.
Winners of 14 in a row. 14, count them. Fellas, as you look at the Milwaukee Bucks, and not only the Milwaukee Bucks, as you look at the NBA, are there any standout teams, any teams that you guys want to talk about? We got to keep on the radar.
Number one, like I said before, like I said at the beginning of the NBA season, until you beat Milwaukee, Milwaukee's winning the East. Period. Hands down. Not even the Celtics can handle that. And if Boston is a team that's on the radar, you got to respect what the Celtics do. And I'm not even a Celtics fan. I can't stand them, but it is what it is. They got a great squad. I think Philly is on the way. Philly's on the way up. They still got a little work to do. That's about all I see in the East. There's not really a whole lot out East to stop them three. Now the West is wide open. There's no clear cut, I'm going to say they the cream of the crop. It's wide open. But like we discussed before, you still got to knock off the champ. And right now, they still the champ. So all roads still got to go to Golden State. So although like there are some strong teams that's out there, but I still think Golden State is going to be your team to beat, to dethrone. If you're going to take them out, somebody's got to dethrone the champ. What you got on MJ?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Jones with Milwaukee. You said what, 14 in a row?
Yes, sir.
And didn't they start the season off like 14 in a row, something like that?
They started out pretty good, but then they hit some bumps. But they looking real good now. It's been a lot of injuries.
Yeah, so definitely Milwaukee is flexing their muscle. Definitely here in the regular season, they putting together extensive runs like that, man. That's nice. But as Thomas alluded to, man, I never been a Boston guy, man, but I've been a Boston guy here, with the squad that they have here as of late over the past 2-3 years. So I'm definitely I've been, whenever they're on TV, man, I definitely would tune in, you know what I mean, and catch a quarter or two. And but yeah, I definitely like Milwaukee and Boston, man, right now as my for that being a Eastern Conference matchup. And on the West Coast, man, like Thomas said, that's it. That's wide open. Nobody over there plays defense. When you got two teams playing and they both score 170 plus points in a game, and then the game yesterday with Dallas and the Lakers, nobody playing defense. You know what I'm saying? So all you gotta do on the West Coast is have your guns. If you can play, I tell you what, if you can play just a tad little bit of defense, man, you might can come out there west. If you can get one stop, you might come out to west, man. So I have no clue. There is no defensive juggernaut over there. So I don't know. There ain't a team that really just stands out to me over there.
Fellas, with the addition of Westbrook, do you think the Clippers, does it make them better? Do you feel as if, and I've heard a lot of sports guys talk about Westbrook, and they feel as if he'll mess up the chemistry of the Clippers?
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about? How do you guys feel about this? What do you think is going to happen with Russell Westbrook now playing with the Clippers?
I think he'll help them out dramatically. I think you're putting Russell Westbrook in an environment that Russell Westbrook can thrive in. Everybody forgets the dude is a former MVP that averaged a triple-double for 3 years. In the right environment. When he was with Oklahoma City, he was running, he was gunning, he was getting everybody involved at the speed he plays with. With the Clippers, he has that opportunity. So will he help them? Absolutely. I have never been a Russ hater at all, period. Russ has ability that few guards have. If Russ wants to go to the rack, he's going to the rack. And very few people to stop it. Very few. So I think he'll help the Clippers out a lot. A lot, a lot. What do you think on it, MJ?
Yeah, Russell, man, he's definitely gonna help that team. And he's an LA guy, went to college out there and everything. And I'm glad he's back in LA. I just never thought the Lakers was the right LA for him. The Clippers, man, I think that team embraces him better than the Lakers did. Uh, I like the players that are around him, man. And like you said, I believe he would thrive amongst those players. He's gonna play. Not to sit and say he wasn't playing hard for the Lakers. I just don't think they was appreciating him. I, I just think it was all messed up over there, man, with the Lakers. But I believe he will redeem himself with the Clippers, and I look for the Clippers to go deep into the playoffs.
Yeah,
Keep
oh yeah, Tom.
keep in mind the team that he had with the Lakers was not a Russell Westbrook built team. It wasn't built for Russ. It was built for LeBron to play slow down half court ball. Russ don't do that. Russ played full tilt. So, I mean, you got a bunch of older guys that play with the Lakers. You got to get younger guys to play with Russ, guys that want to run the floor. He has that now with the Clippers. So I think he'll be fun.
I think once again, you talked about it, people forget, and I think that Russ is going to remind some people now that he's with the Clippers that, hey, I'm that guy that did this. People forget. And I in LA with the Lakers, it was just a horrible environment. Too much going on. Too much. And I never understood why they brought Pat Beverly in there along with Russell. I never understood that. But I don't run the basketball team. All right. Well, fellas, it's been a real one. It's been a good one. We talked about it. Until the next time, you can we want you to subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want you to catch us on TikTok, catch us on Instagram, catch us on Twitter. Leave a comment. We want to interact with you. We want to talk to you. If you have a show idea, something that you want us to talk about, we'll talk about it. That's what we're in the business of doing, talking about it. And until the next time, it's been 234 Sports Talk. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.